portal of terror, UFOs, poltergeists, and the terrifying high strangeness of Skinwalker Ranch. Skinwalker Ranch. The name alone sends chills down the spine of anyone familiar with its story. Tucked away in the Utah desert, this 500-acre property is not just a paranormal hotspot. It's a battleground where reality breaks down and something terrifying takes hold. Tonight, we delve into the horrifying accounts documented at Skinwalker Ranch. These stories are not for the faint of heart. You've been warned. The legend of skinwalkers is steeped in fear and curses. Skinwalkers are said to be powerful, malevolent witches from Navajo lore, capable of shape-shifting into animals to wreak havoc and terror. The Ute people believe the ranch is cursed land, tainted by skinwalkers as revenge for past betrayals. The air on the ranch feels heavy with this history, as though the malevolent spirits of these beings still linger, watching. Accounts describe shadowy, inhuman figures stalking the property, embodying the eerie and bone-chilling presence of the Skinwalker curse. A warning that this land is not to be trespassed upon. In 1994, the Gorman family, Terry, Gwen, and their children moved to the ranch, hoping for a fresh start. But from the very first day, they knew something was wrong. Large, rusted chains and heavy deadbolts were installed on all the doors, windows, and even the inside of the house. The previous owners had clearly been terrified. But of what? It didn't take long to find out. At night, shadowy figures surrounded the house, tapping on windows, whispering in unintelligible voices. Doors slammed shut without cause. So terrified were the Gormans that they began sleeping in the same room, armed with rifles, hoping to keep whatever lurked outside at bay. One of the most infamous incidents occurred in the family's kitchen. Gwen Gorman had just returned from the store, placing groceries neatly on the counter. She stepped out of the room for mere seconds, only to return to find everything, a week's worth of food, had been taken out of the bags and meticulously put back into them. No one else was in the house. It felt like something was watching us, always. You couldn't escape it, you couldn't fight it. These were Gwen's chilling words after enduring years of torment. The family even reported hearing disembodied voices speaking in an unrecognizable language. Knives disappeared, only to reappear embedded in the ceiling. Heavy furniture moved on its own, and then there were the voices, low, guttural murmurs that seemed to come from inside the walls. The house was alive with something malicious, something intelligent. The phenomena were not confined to the Gorman family's home. Even their prized cattle, vital to their livelihood, became chilling targets for the entities haunting the ranch. Terry Gorman's livestock faced unexplainable and violent attacks. In one harrowing instance, a cow was discovered dead on the property, its body showing evidence of tissue removal with surgical precision. The scene was nightmarish. No sign of predators, just the lifeless remains of the massive animal. Its positioning suggested that some immense, incomprehensible force had thrown it around with ease, leaving it crumpled and broken like a rag doll. The absence of any clues further deepened the terror, as the Gormans were left to grapple with the inhuman nature of what had taken place. No blood, no footprints, just the horrifying aftermath of something inhuman. The bulletproof wolf is one of the most chilling encounters detailed in Hunt for the Skinwalker. The Gorman family watched in shock as a massive wolf approached them calmly, seemingly unafraid of humans. When it attacked a calf, Terry Gorman and his son fired at it repeatedly with high-powered rifles. But the creature appeared unfazed, as though impervious to the bullets. Even more unnerving, when the wolf finally retreated, they tracked its enormous paw prints through the mud, only for the tracks to abruptly vanish as if the beast had simply disappeared into thin air. This encounter left the family deeply unsettled, suggesting that what they faced was no ordinary animal, but something otherworldly. During a snowstorm, Terry Gorman and 2 investigators were driving through the ranch when they saw it, something crouched high in a tree, reflecting their headlights. The creature's eyes glowed an unnatural yellow, and its massive frame seemed too large for the branches to support. Terry aimed his rifle and fired. The creature didn't move. It simply watched, its reflective eyes gleaming like 2 small suns. When the men reached the tree, they found no sign of the creature, but claw marks were gouged deep into the bark. Skinwalker Ranch has long been a magnet for UFO activity. The Gormans and investigators alike witnessed everything from silent black triangles to glowing orbs that darted through the sky with impossible speed. One of the most disturbing incidents involved a blue orb that Terry chased into a field. As he approached, the orb emitted a high-pitched hum, causing Terry's dogs to attack it. Seconds later, the animals were consumed in a fiery flash. Terry later found their remains. 3 piles of ashes. The phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch defy logic. They're not just random events, but seem to be orchestrated, as if the ranch itself is alive and testing the limits of human sanity. Terry Gorman once described it as a living nightmare. The family endured years of terror before finally abandoning the property, unable to take any more. The National Institute for Discovery Science, NIDS, led by billionaire Robert Bigelow, took over the ranch after the Gormans left. Their team of scientists experienced firsthand the terror of Skinwalker Ranch. Equipment malfunctioned without explanation. Researchers reported being stalked by unseen entities. And perhaps most chilling of all, some began to question if the phenomena weren't just physical, but psychological, designed to manipulate their very perception of reality. Among the most terrifying accounts documented by NIDS investigators was the appearance of what they described as a portal. One evening, as researchers scanned the skies with night vision equipment, they saw a glowing orange circle open in mid-air. Through the portal, they witnessed a humanoid figure, large, dark, and otherworldly, crawl into our reality. The investigators were frozen in terror, watching as it moved with an eerie grace before disappearing into the night. Skinwalker Ranch is more than a haunted location. It's a place where the boundaries of reality are tested, where ancient forces or interdimensional beings play with our understanding of the universe. For those who dare to investigate, one thing is clear: the ranch doesn't give up its secrets easily. And those who seek them may not return unscathed. Skinwalker Ranch is a crucible of fear, a window into the unknown, and perhaps a warning of forces beyond human comprehension. What lurks in the shadows of the Utah desert? Are these phenomena the result of extraterrestrial visitors, interdimensional beings, or something far darker? Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: Skinwalker Ranch remains one of the most chilling and unexplained mysteries of our time. If you dare to investigate further, like and subscribe, but don't say we didn't warn you. Thanks for watching Mysteria Luna. If you are interested in these topics, like, share, and subscribe.